Hey guys, this is RuRoniK95 here, and once again, it is time for my light novel update video, once again. So today, I have been doing something, even though I've already taken a look back on my first previous light novel update video, if you have not seen it, go check it out if you want. If you want to check it out at your leisure at this point as well. So today, I have thought of something different, more of how I wanted to do something particularly, as how I can understand why as well. And these are the ones of how I wanted to come across for this particularly, of how I can come by to do a video like this, which I have been realized of how I can do this. And this time I got 3 new light novels like this that I picked, that I've shown you in my previous Otaku haul video in the past as well, because we're getting closer to Christmas though, and this time I only got 3 titles of light novels. There's only 3 of them I picked as well, just to give you a little head starters up for this as well, just in case you're aware of this, FYI. And then this how I wanted to come across for this, accordingly to the fact of how I wanted to do a video like this as well, as from what I say aware about as well. And yes, this is the first time I wanted to do a video like this, accordingly of how I wanted to do a video like this. Well, this is the big reason why I'm gonna do a video like this one, because I haven't been doing another light novel update video like this until now, and I have been doing my first one likewise in the past as well, and most of these that I have not read, especially the ones I'm gonna start planning to read until I can do like a light novel review videos as well, because I'm start getting into the light novels as well, which we'll get to at this point. And also, if you haven't seen my Otaku haul video that I did for that holiday season, the link will be in the description down below if you want to check out the video that I did a while back as well. So let's dive into the light novels, what we got here. Okay, you asked for it, we got it. The first one here I got here, and it's this light novel that I just recently picked up though, and this is actually my first light novel I have ever bought as well, particularly, and this is the one that I got here for the very first time, and that is The Surprise of Haruhi Suzumiya. This is actually my first Haruhi Suzumiya manga light novel that I've ever bought, particularly because it's from the creator Nagaru Tanigawa as well, because he's the creator of this particular one, because he's basically mostly famous for excuse me, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Because if you don't know about this, give this one a read, because I have got this for like a while back at a library book sale back in October, because this was like 25 cents for this as well. And yes, there's some pages in the light novels like this, particularly, like most of them in general. This is one of them as well. Especially, there's only 10 chapters, and this also includes the epilogue and afterword on here, accordingly to the fact of how I wanted to come across for this as well. Yeah, because I'm showing you these page images on there that they show in between the pages on there, which I never knew about until when I first bought this. I always thought this was a manga, but it was actually, no, it wasn't a manga. This is actually a light novel as well, because this was on sale apparently though, because I have never collected any light novels before until now as well. Yeah, because this has given to the facts of how I wanted to showcase something like this, probably like that as well. Yeah, there's images on there, in between on there, which I'm showcasing though, as well, in case you're wondering why I had to do this as well. And there's some illustration images on there, like a little chapter like this, in between 2 volumes all in one for a light novel like this. Apparently, like, if you don't notice, because you could recognize this, because what can I say, it's Haruhi Suzumiya, because there were adaptations on there, including the anime on there, which I don't have a copy of this on DVD, but I will get it at one point, because no anime collection wouldn't be without Haruhi Suzumiya. That's the thing of how I wanted to come across for that as well. And yep, I wanted to do this particularly. There's other ones I might get that I don't have. The most main one I need to get, which is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, because that will get you going as well. And another light novel that I just recently got here, and this was only 50 cents at a local library as well. And these are the ones, particularly, of what I got in the past as well. And this is Attack on Titan, The Harsh Mistress of the City, Part 1. Another light novel that I just recently picked up on here. Because when I first bought this, I always thought it was supposed to be like a manga at first. But it was actually a light novel, and it's published by Vertical on there. Which I never know about it. It was published by Vertical. Vertical has been famously for releasing a bunch of manga titles. I didn't know they have a light novel like this, which it still existed as well. Because I had to buy this for the collecting purpose of this as well. Because although I've never read the light novel yet, but I had to collect it as well, particularly. Yeah, because I wanted to come across for this one, apparently. Just to give a little head starter of this as well, particularly. And finally, at last, I have another light novel I just recently picked up. And this is the one that I think I got this on sale at my local library book sale, because it was only donated to the library under 25 cents, and that is Dot Hack Eyebuster, another light novel that I just got. I think I got this recently, though, as well. The story was done by Tatsuya Hamazaki, and the illustrations done by Rei Idumi as well. And this is published by Tokyo Pop, because Tokyo Pop released some light novels, but excuse me, Tokyo Pop had a history of how they were publishing these manga books as well, from what I understand, for accordingly over to the fact of this as well. When I first bought this, I thought it was the name of some manga that I just recently got. I thought I looked at the cover, but it turns out I looked at the pages, it's in those words, so I'm guessing it's a light novel. Yeah. But I do see the illustrations in between those chapters on those as well. Like most Tokyo Pop releases on manga, this is one of the light novels that I wanted to come across particularly as well. I haven't read Dot Hack Eyebuster yet, but I will plan on reading this at one point, because I always wanted to check this one out as well, because this was written by particularly Tatsuya Hamazaki, who is a writer for several Gundam manga, and he worked on different novelizations in general. Yeah, I never knew about this. Yeah. I didn't know there's some illustrations in between the pages of this light novel. Yeah. Yeah, there's some of that, what you can see on that one as well. Because I was here for the illustrations parts on there, in between the pages on here. If I'm not mistaken, though. Yeah. And this has the postscripts on here at the end of this as well. I mean, this is the wonder of this. But I have never seen the Dot Hack Sign anime, to be honest with you. But I thought this is all new for me, though. But I haven't played the Dot Hack series for the PlayStation 2. But I thought it's new for me, though, particularly. Because I wanted to come across for this, particularly, of how I can come by for this as well. But then again, just to consider, I wanted to figure out a way, particularly, of how I can come across for this, accordingly to the fact of how I wanted to know about this as well. So, this is actually a prequel to Dot Hack series on there. Because the Eye Buster captures how the artistry of how the wonders of how the anime and the manga, as how it's got the sheer thrill for the gaming, especially of how what Dot Hack, considering Dot Hack Buster, had a lot to do for this, particularly accordingly over the fact that's the thing though. That's how I wanted to come across for that as well. So basically I got like 3 of those light novels I have picked right there from my Otaku Haul video, especially of how I can come across for this. But then again, just to consider basically how I can learn over the fact particularly as well, I might as well take a picture of mine before I can finish on this as well. I got more thoughts for the Dot Hack Eye Buster right there. Because I have considering the fact of how I wanted to own these light novels, because I have realized about this as well. Excuse me. So yeah. I never knew about this as well, particularly. But then again, kind of basically how I'm considering to learn over the fact as well. And yeah. Sorry about this, because my phone, I gotta charge my phone as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to like put away my light novels on there. So I have to put it in between right there. There you have it. Because this is the first time I wanted to do this as well. Silky smooth for you as well. Apparently of how I can come across for that accordingly, of how I can realize as well. And yeah, just to guess how I realize over the fact of how I can learn about this as well, of how I can realize of how I wanted to consider and over the fact as well. Of how I want, if you would realize, to learn over the fact of how I can come across for that as well. So yeah, I never know about, there's a lot of light novels on there until now. because that basically how I wanted to come across for this one particularly accordingly from what I understand why. And yes, I wanted to collect light novels as well, because there's a whole bunch of light novels out there, and they're just perfectly of how I can come across, particularly from what I've gotten over the fact as well. And that's the whole thing of how I can of how I realize particularly of that as well. And I have been buying light novels likewise though, and for the whole thing of that as well, because I really wanted to discover things of how I can read something and then you want to do a review on this. And from what I understand why, I had like a small amount of light novels I have in my light novel collection, which is on my shelf on the wall. Let's see, like, how many I have right there, like, I believe, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I own about 8 light novels as well. My light novels isn't big as I thought it was going to be, but that's just how it is, particularly, as well. As a manga collector, I don't really collect that much light novels as I thought I should be collecting. But that's just besides the point, particularly of how I can collect light novels, particularly of how I can be realized over the fact as well. But then again, just considering there's so many of them out there. Most light novels are, particularly you can find them for like Dark Horse or even ones from Seven Seas Entertainment, just to be ever really anonymous though. Yeah, despite that, there's a bunch of those titles from Seven Seas, what the light novels had a lot for this particularly. Accordingly, from what I understand why, and I want to say is that this particularly of how I can come across for that really as well. And I always wanted to do this particularly likewise, especially because if I get 2 more light novels, then that would be 10 light novels in my light novel collection though as well. As you can see, it's right there on my on my shelf on the wall particularly, because I haven't ever thought of really doing something like really more different than, well, because, well, there's most manga adaptations that are adapted from like light novels. I really want to get those manga adaptations though, especially there's a bunch of them out there as well, because most of my because I have been reading manga a lot more than I had with reading the light novels as well. I mean, where can I cover for next year whenever I can review one on October? I guess I can review one of the Vampire Hunter D light novels in there pretty soon once October comes next year, which I got them planned whenever I can review one of the novels as well, as how I can considering of how I have my accuracies of reading I had is basically more different than how I have with when I read a lot of manga. Yeah, but that's how pretty much of how it's besides the point though. Excuse me. Then again, manga is more different from reading the light novels. Well, technically, reading light novels is more different beside reading manga, But that's just because I'm considering how I can come across for this, apparently, though, accordingly. And I always wanted to say is that I have been always wanted to do this. And yeah, because I really wanted to cover something particularly of how I can and do for the fact as well of how you could realize particularly of how I have been buying light novels likewise, because I have already up to about 8 light novels, so that basically is my smallest collection. My light novels is not I only own about 8 of those as well. Well, because that's a good thing to own about my small light novel collection, because my light novel collection isn't as big as I thought it would be supposed to be. That's the thing of how I can do for this video accordingly. And I've always wanted to come for the fact as well. That's why. So that's going to be it for my light novel update video for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's something to say for this video. Even though those are the 3 light novels that I shown you, those are the ones that I got that I shown you in my previous video where I did my otaku haul video, especially for this holiday season, because technically it's around Christmas, that's why. If you haven't seen the video, link will be in the description down below if you want to go check out the video if you want to see it as well. Hope to subscribe for content. At Anime Planet Patreon links will be in the description down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think about the light novels? Just let me know if I can answer though to that as well. And also be sure to smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Click on the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel as a newcomer. Smack the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates on here, because I have some more latest ones as well, just to keep you updated as well. And that's all I have what I got for today. And keep it otaku for this brand new light novel update, because that's all I have what I got for this video. Before we go to finish off this one, okay, so as for my smallest light novel collection, I'm going to show you as well what I have on the wall right there, right where my anime figures are. I basically do have my small and light novel collection, because I don't really collect that much light novels as I thought I should be collecting, but yeah, because I have already collected about 8 of those as well. Well, my light novel collection was not as big as I thought it's supposed to be though, because I haven't been collecting light novel in a while. Since the last light novel I just bought here, before I can finish off the video, I'm going to show you about, this is the last light novel I ever bought as well. Just to keep you aware as well. And yes, this last light novel I recently bought was The Surprise of Haruhi Suzumiya. This one, in my opinion, is actually my last light novel I have ever bought, because although I am a manga collector, but this is actually my last light novel, because I haven't been collecting that many light novels as I thought I should collect, which I will get back to at this point. Like, excuse me, there's like a bunch of those, such as Penguin Drum manga, light novel, as well as It's Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, and Konosuba particularly, which I will get back to collecting those someday, but I haven't gotten those yet, because most of my collecting more is mostly manga, but this is actually my last light novel I bought as well, because like I said, I have just my smallest light novel collection, and because I have owned about a lot of manga, a lot more than I have with light novels. Just to give you the facts of this, that's the thing as well. And I have been collecting light novels likewise, like back in throughout the past as well. Yeah, this is particularly how I wanted to come by for that as well. And yeah, this particularly is the whole thing of that as well. This is RuRoni-K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is RuRoni-K95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos. Take care. Bye.